Hey guys, I've been around for a while. I mean, it's incredibly hot here today. It just seems to keep getting hotter every day. I'm gonna melt. Everybody's been talking about the Baphomet statue in Detroit. My wife made a video about this yesterday. Very funny. KJ from the Scariest Movie did it. A few others. Very interesting. In our Satan's wonderful society. I guess you guys know all about this already. The video has captured Saturday night's controversies, the secretive unveiling of a sculpture devoted to the Prince of Darkness, Baphomet. The one that the Templars supposedly were worshipping in the Catholic Church, burnt them at the stake. I think it was 1312 or something. I don't know. It's a 1-ton, nearly 9-foot tall bronze Baphomet sculpture featuring a horned goat's head atop a muscled up human body. You know, like they sexed him up a bit. They made him a bit more male. Baphomet's always been a bit androgynous. The goat, Pan, Satyr. Interesting. We had a big goat projection on the Hoover Dam just a little while ago. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Yeah, apparently they had a signing. Sign your soul away. People were told that at this ceremony that it was all just a joke. There's no such thing as the devil or God. This is supposed to be the opening salvo of the satanic Church of Satan against Christianity. We're going to park something like that. Well, it's supposed to go to Arizona or something like that in front of the state legislature because they have the 10 Commandments there, so they're going to counter it. You know, it's all freedom of religion. Now, the sculpture's interesting. Like I said, it's a bit sexed up. It looks a bit more male. It doesn't have breasts, this one. And, got like the chin, the mouth of a male, like a human, but the rest of his face is like a goat. And then he's got 2 children at his side worshiping him. I noticed, like, I think the one on the boy is a black male. Could be. And of course the girl, interracial sex, that's they keep promoting the SOS satanic music industry. Not that I have anything against that, I just don't think it's 100% natural, just like being a fag isn't 100% natural. It's like, you know, they've crossed over the line from, you know, not like accepting gays into our society and not discriminating against them. They've just crossed the line completely, and it's like gays get special preferential treatment. They get their own village in every city. They get their own designated day with a gay parade, pride parade going through the city every. You know, and they're pretty degenerate, man. Like, I wouldn't bring my kid to a gay pride parade because, I mean, they're very explicit. And it's just like Rome. And even if you are gay, that's okay, but discretion and respect for other people, you know? Anyway, so but that's just part of our satanic Satan's wonderful society. Tripped out. They're going to use this statue as some kind of a countermeasure against any state legislator, any state legislature that dares to have religious symbols, because we're a secular society, right? A secular society means the separation of church and state. There's no such thing as a secular society. It's an atheist society. That's what it is. You got a society without God, you got an atheist society. That's what it is. It's a big machine that gobbles you up and spits you out. But it's pretty, it's pretty symbolic. Another goat. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the Baphomet statue. Quite different. The original Baphomet is kind of like, got his feet like that, like crossed like that. That's symbol of the fish. Because we're run by fish gods, and everything we do is deep down in the abyss.
Some of it goes back a long way, but it was the one we see today was manifested in, I think, around 1885 or something like that. The term Baphomet is almost assured the corruption of the name Muhammad, the last prophet of Islam. The term gained notoriety during the trials of the Knights Templar in the 14th century, when the Templars were accused of, among other things, worshipping an idol called Baphomet. Many of the accusations against the Templars were clearly false, and so many assumed this charge was likewise invented by a king trying to get rid of a rich order to which he was indebted. Levi's illustration has nothing to do with Islam, although tales of the secret knowledge of the Templars might have inspired him to adopt the name of their supposed god. Levi himself described the meaning of the symbol thusly in Dogme et Ritual. The goat on the frontispiece carries the sign of the pentagram on the forehead, with one point at the top, a symbol of light, his 2 hands forming the sign of Hermeticism, the one pointing up to the white moon of Chesed, the other pointing down to the black one of Gabora. This sign expresses the perfect harmony of mercy with justice. His one arm is female, the other male, like the one of the androgen of Kunrath, who was an alchemist in Germany, the attributes of which we had to unite with those of our goat, because he is one and the same symbol. The flame of intelligence shining between his horns is the magic light of the universal balance, the image of the soul elevated above matter, as the flame, whilst burning, tied to matter, shines above it. The beast's head expresses the horror of the sinner, whose materially acting solely responsible part has to bear the punishment exclusively, because the soul is insensitive according to its nature and can only suffer when it materializes. See, they look at us as little more than cattle or goats, okay? They think we're beasts, and for the most part, we are. The rod standing inside of genitals symbolizes the eternal life, the body covered with scales. There's There's sex magic again. The body covered with scales, the genitalia, the birth, we're born in water, okay? We're fish. We're basically fish to them. Not only are we goats, but we're also fish. See, they can't make up their fucking mind what we are, male or female, fish or goat. So they just lump us all into one with all their stinking mythology. They do the same thing with Capricorn. That's the house of Saturn. Capricorn is represented by a fish goat. A fish goat. How anatomically correct can that possibly be? How can you have a swimming goat? But therein lies the whole philosophy of Kabbaliwood, that we live in an abyss. Right up, the water is right up to the rafters of the firmament. They've never surpassed the Great Flood. We're still in the Great Flood. The goat of Mendes is a total inversion of Christianity, of course, because the Lord referred to us as sheep, and He our shepherd. But goats can't be shepherded. Goats will do anything to get to the top of the mountain.
I mean, that's the way they look at us. I know we're not really in the abyss, but the way the Kabbalists look at us, because that's the essence of our Satan's wonderful society, is it's a Kabbalah society. It's all based on the Kabbalah, all our brainwashing is based on the Kabbalah. Yeah. So, it's pretty disgusting. But it just reminds me of that signing thing, like the signing part just reminded me of the Jay-Z signing of his title music. I don't know, it was supposed to be music that you can buy easily on this title network on the internet. I don't really know much about it, but I saw the ceremony and all the big stars were there signing title again under the waves. Just like, it wasn't really about this, I don't really think it had much to do with the title music sharing thing. I think that was just a ploy. I think the symbolism was the most important part of the whole thing. And it seemed like they were signing their souls, especially Madonna. She gets up on the table. She not only puts her arm on the table to sign, but she puts her knee on the table too, to say she's in this, her whole body, her both feet, she's in, gleefully in. And that was the symbolism I caught from Madonna during that Jay-Z title signing ceremony, whatever that was. Anyways, another interesting development from the Synagogue of Satan. I'll catch you guys in the next round. Complete State Radio. I'm Aaron Allen.
Several examples can be found by re-examining the book of Genesis. Here, the Zohar overturns the traditional account that God expelled Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden. The Zohar's interpretation illustrates a revolutionary belief that humans can direct God.
But the Zohar asks a very radical question. It says, who kicked whom out of the garden? And the Zohar actually teaches Adam expelled God from the garden. It's as if we're still in the garden, but we don't realize it because we've expelled God. We've lost touch with the spiritual dimension. And the challenge is to regain some awareness, some intimacy with the divine.
The Zohar also examines biblical events for hidden meanings.
The flood, according to Kabbalah, is happening now. If you don't know that the flood is still going on, then you're drowning and you don't even know it. So various symbols of chaos and destruction from the Bible were also viewed not in the past tense, but as still unfolding,